From simple repairs or redecoration to multi-million pound programmes of works, being able to have the confidence in the control, monitoring and forecasting of construction-related works is vital to a successful project. The correct professional advice and competent administration can make the difference of a successful project or one no one walks away happy from. My name is David Walbridge, Senior Chartered Building Surveyor at Harris & Clark, and today I would like to talk about who a contract administrator is, what they do and why the role can prove to be vital. The term contract administration is a rather catch-all term that describes the role of a professional who is appointed by a person or company who is looking to have a defined set of works delivered and who is responsible for ensuring all parties perform their required roles and meet their responsibilities to achieve a successful outcome. Different types or forms of contract may refer to the role using slightly different terminology, and there may be minor differences in their responsibilities, but the role in broad terms is that of a person ensuring all parties diligently undertake their role in accordance with the agreed contract. A contract administrator is the main point of contact between the parties of a contract, normally the client who is funding the works and the contractor or main contractor who is delivering the works. And depending on the complexity of the work, a good contract administrator will be able to ensure that an appropriate type of contract is used, as redecoration of a small block of flats does not need the level of complexity and controls compared to the construction of a brand new or replacement block. During the works, a contract administrator will ensure all parties are fulfilling their duties and regular communication is maintained so each party can remain fully informed and knowledgeable of the project and its progress, and any claims for payment can be fully assessed, making sure that only works actually complete to a reasonable and satisfactory standard are included in any payment claim, ensuring the client's exposure and liability are best protected as possible. In short, as soon as possible. Depending on the progress of a project, a contract administrator can provide valuable services even before a contract is signed, from advice and guidance on legal and statutory obligations and any potential limitations, to assisting in completing the development of a scope or schedule of works, and selection of a competent and experienced reputable contractor, providing technical due diligence of the proposed scheme, ensuring any site or scheme specific issues or difficulties can be identified as early as possible and the scheme can actually be delivered, to ensuring a client is confident they have suitably tested the market to ensure they're getting good value for money. The earlier they are appointed, the more value a contract administrator can provide on any given project. Once all project members have been appointed and the contract is in place, the key to an effective coordination and communication is all down to an effective and engaged contract administrator. Ensuring regular communication is maintained and everyone is clear on their responsibilities and what they need to deliver and by when is vital to ensuring successful projects, usually by regular meetings depending on how long the project takes. Their role also requires them to diligently control the costs from projects, ensuring the works are correctly valued and the client or employer is only paying for works in accordance with the contract terms, avoiding overpayment, which can lead to unnecessary financial exposure and risk. Full understanding of the requirements laid out by the contract and the relevant time limitations is critical to avoid possible disagreements and disputes, as well as the contractual processes and tools available to ensure suitable control of payments due is maintained. As it is very rare for a project to be fully realised from its start without the need for additions or changes to the final product, another important role of the contract administrator is to control any changes, ensuring they are properly valued and all parties fulfil their obligations regarding any new design impacts, ensuring the final product is fit for purpose and in accordance with the required standards depending on its use. Also, depending on the type of contract, they must be clear in where the additional costs may lay, as not all extra costs will always be down to the client or the employer. At the end of a project, the contract administrator will need to confirm the works are completed and all required regulatory documents have been produced. This also starts a timescale for when the final costs must be agreed, as well as the defect remediation process, where any issues should be attended to by the contractor for an agreed amount of time defined by the contract before this responsibility is passed on to the client or employer. When choosing a contract administrator, the most important thing to ensure is that they have the relevant expertise and experience and understanding to be able to confidently ensure they can fulfil their duties and responsibilities and provide the required resource to the project. Ensuring that the contract is administered in accordance with the terms and the requirements of the selected form of contract is vital to ensure that the works can be delivered smoothly and all parties can have confidence in what is due to occur and when, and any disputes or issues can be resolved quickly and the risk of escalation of the dispute can be minimised. Secondly, the role of the contract administrator is largely a role for someone with excellent interpersonal skills who can coordinate, communicate clearly and engage with all members of the project team, acting as the bridge between parties and develop trust on all sides that the contract is being competently and fairly executed. If you want to find out more about the role of the contract administrator services or how we can help with your projects, please feel free to contact our friendly team here at Harris & Clark on 02381 550051 and we would be delighted to discuss your needs and how we can develop suitable services for you.